So a little while back, I ran out of toothpaste at home and our car was in the shop. And so I couldn't go and grab any from the store. And I had a major case of dragon breath. So I decided to make some. And it ended up working really well. I would say better than my store-bought ones, better whitening effects. You're such a silly goose. But so I'm going to show you how I made that very simple, quick, in a pinch toothpaste here at home back then. And I'm going to try to improve upon my recipe for that. And I'm going to make a kid's version so that these goopers can start using it too. Let's do it. So these are the components of what we're going to be putting in our toothpaste today. We've got baking soda and activated charcoal. Those have similar jobs in the toothpaste with mild abrasion and whitening. And also both of those create a good pH balance in your mouth to help prevent the growth of any bacteria in between brushing. And then we've got horsetail, which is wonderful for oral hygiene. It's been used for eons for oral hygiene, and I'll go a little bit more in depth about that here in a sec. Stevia leaf powder. I threw that in there mostly for taste, because if you can tell, baking soda, charcoal, horsetail, all those things are not going to be very palatable. And I'm going to be making this also for my children, and I want them to be able to use it without any kind of struggle. So I'm going to be sweetening it up with stevia leaf, and stevia is actually been deemed good for oral hygiene, and I'll go a little bit further into that as well. Peppermint leaf also to brighten it up and give it that feeling of clean and fresh after you're done brushing. And peppermint actually has an antibacterial effect as well. It's mild, but it's something. So that's a win-win, that one. It makes it taste better and helps kill bacteria. And the coconut oil is largely for texture, although coconut oil is a very popular oral hygiene element. So, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. And I've got 2 jars because I'm going to be making one version for us adults and one version for the kids. All right, let's do this. So making my own household items is really empowering. It makes me less dependent on the system, and I know for a fact what goes into it. Also, I get to choose what container it comes in, and today we're going to be using glass containers, right? Which are eco-friendly. You can reuse them. And it also just is an opportunity for me to put my passion for herbalism and sustainable living into practice in our everyday lives. It's really good. I like it all around. What do you think? Good. What do you think? Great. Okay, so first thing we need to do is we have some peppermint leaf, but it's all leafy. We want it to be powdery. Would you mind powdering up a little peppermint?
Yes.
2 tablespoons. And start powdering it up. I have another job for you, okay? Your job is to take this little thing, little dish if you wish. Okay?
It's simple.
So I found activated charcoal in capsule form, and so Jude is going to take it out of the capsules and put it into this little dish. And I'm not going to have him do too much because for one, I'm not going to be putting it into the kids version, because since they are little still, they sometimes swallow some of their toothpaste. And while everything in the toothpaste is ingestible, activated charcoal can be a little harsher on the digestive system. And since they're little, I just don't see it's not worth the risk to have them have some sort of like upset tummy or anything like that. So I'm going to nix it for the kidses, but I'm going to put just a little bit in the adult version. The reason I'm only doing just a little bit is because I've heard pros and cons for activated charcoal in toothpaste. If you are more knowledgeable on that than me, something in the comments. Let me know whether or not you think I should be using this or if I should make a new one without it. So this is the toothpaste that I made in a pinch a while back, and I'm running low, so that's why I'm making more. But it was literally just coconut oil, baking soda, and some peppermint oil. And it does work. It works great, actually. My teeth are noticeably whiter than when I started using it. And I bought good toothpaste at the store. I didn't buy just, you know, the cheapest toothpaste. I would try to, you know, read the ingredients and buy something that I thought was actually going to be effective. But since I started using my own, I have noticed a significant difference in the whiteness of my teeth. So I'm sticking by it. I can't. Okay.
This is
Good try.
Powering, Mama.
Good, baby. That's what we want. 2 is good. The recommended daily dosage of activated charcoal internally is 2 capsules. That's all I'm going to be using in this toothpaste. If I mix it up and I realize that I can use more, or that it looks like there could be more in it, then I'll put more in it. But I'm just going to start with 2 capsules worth.
Look at my powder.
Do you think it's powdery enough?
What do you think?
Oh, I think it's probably just fine. Hey, okay, so what I'll have you do, sweetheart, is I'll have you get it all bunched up.
What
Okay,
could it be?
like this.
Some
And
peppermint.
we're going to divide it evenly between these 2 jars, okay? Do you want to scoop it? So that the camera can see. Yeah, you can have a little peppermint.
Oh, wow. Can you only have
Okay, so 2 tablespoons made more than I thought it would, honestly. But since this is peppermint, it's not abrasive, it's not harmful for enamel in large doses or anything like that, and that'll be just fine. But for this next ingredient, which is the horsetail,
I get to powder that too?
you get to powder that too. Strong
I'm
guy?
powdering it.
I know you do, all right.
Is
Okay.
that good for you, Roxy?
This, good question. Horsetail, go ahead and do 1 tablespoon of this, okay? Horsetail, woo, that's good, that's good, that's good. This one I don't want you to eat just the way it is because it's not as tasty as peppermint.
It's still good for you?
It's good for you. Horsetail is an age-old plant. Native Americans used to use it to clean their teeth, but they would just pick it and chew on it, and they spit it out when they were done chewing on it. Horsetail contains what we call silica, and silica is actually really good for strengthening bones and connective tissue and tooth enamel. However, too much of the horsetail can be harmful. That's why we're only using a very small amount in each one of these toothpastes. Doing great. Okay, June. While Brother's powdering up that horsetail, would you like to add the stevia leaf powder?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some stevia leaf powder. And if you are familiar with the just stevia powder that you might put in your coffee at a coffee shop or something with the white granules, that's not what this is. That's the carbohydrates of it have been scientifically pulled out. This is just
Whoa.
the stevia plant made into a powder, just like he's doing over here with the horsetail. And stevia is very potent sweetener, so we're only going to use a tiny, tiny bit. And it's been scientifically dubbed, what is it? Good for oral hygiene.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's because the carbohydrates in stevia leaf are non-fermentable, so the bacteria that might be in your mouth are not going to metabolize the carbohydrates that come out of stevia leaf. Whereas with sugar, those carbohydrates are fermentable, and that's what starts the bacterial growth, bad breath, all of those things. So it is good for dental hygiene, according to science.
I'm excited to taste some of our new toothpaste.
Yeah. All right.
I am too.
So again, this is very powerful stuff. Very, very sweet. So we're only going to start with 1/4 of a teaspoon. And that might even be a little much, but we'll start with that and see where it gets us. Soju bug. Here, I'm going to come on this side to make it easier for you. Good, and the other? Wonderful, good job. Okay, so now we're gonna determine which one is for the grown-ups by putting this activated charcoal in. Which one is gonna be for the grown-ups, Ju? That one? Okay, you wanna dump that in there? Good job. All right, would you like to do the baking soda? Okay. All right, we need 2 tablespoons. Baking soda is well known for oral hygiene. Creates a pH balance in your mouth so that bacteria has less of a chance to grow in there in between brushes.
Plants are living things, if you didn't know that.
Good thing this doesn't have to be exact science. Please don't put your fingers in the stuff that we're going to be cleaning our mouths with. Thank you. Ready to put in the coconut oil?
Yes!
Coconut oil! Jubug's getting a spoon so we can scoop it.
Can I try this?
Yeah. Again, everything in here can be eaten.
This?
It's not bad, huh? Tastes like coconut.
That's what it tastes like.
Okay. I saw that. That's 1/4 of a cup.
So stir, 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 stir.
You got it. Good job.
I got the charcoal one.
Now it's time for the taste test.
It's taste test time. Let's taste.
Go ahead, Ju.
A tiny more sweetener might be good.
Tiny bit more stevia?
Yeah.
Going.
Taste test. Taste it. That's a lot more sweet. It's good.
Good? That better? Are we ready to brush our teeth?
Yeah! Yeah! Let's do it!
Okay, so that's our toothpaste. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video of something that you can do very easily at home for yourself to live a little bit more sustainably, a little more self-reliantly. This was really fun to do with my kids. They enjoy making all of these home remedies with me. They enjoy the process and they enjoy the finished product. It actually encourages them to do things like brush their teeth because they had a hand in making the toothpaste, and that's exciting for them. So I will be back soon with more videos about sustainable everyday use items or permaculture or whatever I come up with next week. Who knows? So if you want to catch it, go ahead and subscribe and like this video and share it with your friends if you think that other people could benefit from the information in this video. And until I see you guys then, go get happy.
Bisous. Bisous.